Hello and welcome again. So this is the next client which I really enjoyed working with this. So they are actually the middlemen for end customers as well as to the restaurant. So they are mainly into food delivery, but basically they are focused on both the areas. It's similar to Uber and the Uber Eats, Zomato or Swiggy, but it's a little bit different that they're also focused on the restaurant. So for the end customers, they will inform when the food will be ready to pick up or to deliver. For the restaurant, they will predict how much customers will place an order today, and they will track the food processing duration. It is a startup similar to Uber Eats, Zomato, or Swiggy. So they want to monitor the food preparation time and delivery time. So that's actually the requirement. And the data structure is like they have a custom application what they in-house, and then they also have a kind of devices sensor sitting on the kitchen hardware. So whenever the chef puts an entry on that, it triggers it to Azure IoT Hub, and from that it goes to Stream Analytics, and from the Azure Stream Analytics, we dump all this data into Azure Data Lake storage, and from that we build the report everything in Power BI data flows, and from data flow with the incremental refresh, I'm actually building a report in Power BI. So the entire thing, it's our responsible for that, getting the data from IoT, Stream Analytics, Azure Data Lake Storage, and to data flow, and from their own application to create the masters and everything. So we also get the data from that to data flows. So the experience initially it was from the streaming data flows. So Microsoft discontinued the product, so we moved the regular data flow with incremental refresh. So even though they needed near real time, so we have set up the duration like 30 minutes for that. They are enough for that in order to understand how it actually works. Maybe in future they will reduce the duration, but for now, the 30 hours gap is fine for them. So we receive signals from customer orders and the kitchen food preparation from IoT devices and connected into Azure Stream Analytics, and the capacity for that is 7 days only. So that's the default limitations of Azure. So initially it was from streaming data flows, and then Microsoft discontinued the product. So we moved to regular data flow with incremental refresh, and we receive signals of customers orders from and kitchen food preparation from IoT devices and connected into Azure Stream Analytics, and then the limitations of that is we can store up to 7 days of that. So we stored this information into Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 due to cost, because we can also store it on SQL Server, but when compared to this cost, it reduced a lot and as a Parquet file. And then connected into Power BI data flows and transform the data based on our requirement. And then we build the report in Power BI. So the challenges what we faced here is streaming data flows discontinued. And this is actually one of the situation which I want to highlight is like whenever they release a preview feature, there is no guarantee that it's going to be generally available in future. So like this, if they want to discontinue, they can do the discontinue of the product as well. And also we need to consider the Azure cost considerations. Due to the complex structure of Azure cost, it is was a bit difficult to understand which product, which feature will be helpful for this product, for this project. Our main focus to educate the client about the feature, cost, architecture and possibilities, so they will decide what to select. So this is one of the challenges is like we propose them IoT device to Stream Analytics to Azure SQL Server, and then we can build the report in Power BI. But due to cost effect, they have decided to go with Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 because they already have that capacity. So they want to utilize that feature. So that's why we have moved from IoT to Stream Analytics to Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 and then data flow and Power BI. So this is how we build our sequence.